Daniil Aleksandrovich was the youngest son of Alexander Nevsky and forefather of all the Grand Princes of Moscow. Prince Daniil of Moscow was the fourth and youngest son of Saint Prince Alexander Nevsky, famous in the history of the Russian state and the Russian Orthodox Church, and his second wife, Princess Vasa. Daniil was born in 1261 in Vladimir, the capital of the Great Vladimir Suzdal Principality. One of the most junior princes in the House of Rurik, Daniil is thought to have been named after his celebrated relative, Daniil of Galicia. His father died when he was only 2 years old. Of his father's patrimonies, he received the least valuable, Moscow. When he was a child, the tiny principality was being governed by Tians, appointed by his paternal uncle, Grand Prince Yaroslav III. Daniil took part in his brothers, Dmitry of Pereslavl and Andrei of Gorodets, struggle for the right to govern Vladimir and Novgorod, respectively. After Dmitry's death in 1294, Daniil made an alliance with Mikhail of Tver and Ivan of Pereslavl against Andrei of Gorodets of Novgorod. Daniil's participation in the struggle for Novgorod in 1296 indicated Moscow's increasing political influence. Constantine, the Prince of Ryazan, tried to capture the Moscow lands with the help of a Mongol force. Prince Daniil defeated it near Pereslavl. This was a first victory over the Tatars, though not a tremendous victory, but it was noteworthy as a first push towards freedom. In 1300, he imprisoned the ruler of the Ryazan Principality by some rows, as the chronicle says. To secure his release, the prisoner ceded to Daniil his fortress of Kolomna. It was an important acquisition, as now Daniil controlled all the length of the Moskva River. In 1302, his childless nephew and ally, Ivan of Pereslavl, bequeathed to Daniil all his lands, including Pereslavl-Zaleski. During the Mongol occupation and internecine wars among the Rus princes, Daniil created peace in Moscow without bloodshed. During 30 years of ruling, Daniil participated in battles only once. According to legend, Daniil was popular and respected by his subjects for his meekness, humility and peacefulness. Daniil has been credited with founding the first Moscow monasteries, dedicated to the Lords Epiphany and to St. Daniel, on the right bank of the Moskva River, at a distance of 5 miles from the Moscow Kremlin. Not later than in 1282, he founded the first monastery with the wooden church of St. Daniel Stylite. Now it is the Danilov Monastery. At the age of 42 on the 17th of March in 1303, St. Daniel died. Before his death he became a monk and, according to his will, was buried in the cemetery of the St. Daniel Monastery. He was canonized by the Russian Orthodox Church in 1652. Marriage and children. His wife was named Maria. They had at least 6 children: Yuri of Moscow, Alexander Danilovich, Boris Danilovich, Prince of Kostroma, Afanazy Danilovich, Prince of Novgorod, Fedora Danilovna, married Yaroslav Romanovich, Prince of Ryazan, Ivan I of Moscow.